growing old is a journey filled with wisdom, reflection, and, for many, the hope of living a long, healthy life. But have you ever wondered why some people thrive well beyond 75, while others struggle to reach that milestone? The answer lies not in chance or genetics alone but in the subtle, everyday choices made between the ages of 65 and 75, a period often seen as a golden age of retirement and relaxation. For many seniors, this stage of life is viewed as a well-deserved period of rest after decades of hard work. But beneath the surface of these carefree years lies a hidden truth. The actions and habits adopted during this time play a crucial role in determining how long and how well they live. While it's easy to believe that aging naturally brings on health challenges, the reality is that small, seemingly harmless habits can quietly chip away at one's health and vitality. Simple daily activities, the way we move, the foods we eat, the thoughts we nurture, all contribute to our overall well-being. Sometimes, these routines bring comfort and predictability, but other times, they unknowingly pave the way for illness and decline. Unlike youth, where the body is more forgiving, aging requires deliberate action to maintain strength, independence, and dignity. After all, even the most devoted children cannot be by their parents' side every moment of the day. As the old saying goes, health and self-reliance are the greatest wealth in old age. This is a profound truth, as independence not only preserves our physical well-being but also our mental and emotional freedom. So, what is the key action that determines whether you'll live beyond 75? How can you identify and avoid the quiet dangers hidden within daily routines? More importantly, how can you ensure that your later years are filled with vitality and independence? The answer lies in recognizing the habits that harm longevity and learning how to replace them with life-extending behaviors. It's not about radical change or extreme discipline, it's about awareness, small adjustments, and consistency. In this article, we will reveal the most common pitfalls that seniors face and, more importantly, how to overcome them, whether you're approaching this stage of life or supporting a loved one who is. These insights may be the key to unlocking a longer, healthier future. Stay with us as we explore the subtle yet significant choices that can either strengthen or undermine your chances of living well beyond 75. This could be the most important journey you ever embark on, the journey toward a longer, freer, and more fulfilling life. 1. Don't rely on fortune-telling. Many people, particularly as they grow older, begin to feel the weight of uncertainty about the future. The fear of what lies ahead often leads them to seek comfort in divination, horoscopes, and fortune-telling. However, there's an ancient proverb that says, 3 parts depend on heaven, 7 parts depend on man. This wisdom suggests that our lives are primarily shaped by our own actions and decisions, rather than being completely governed by fate. For elderly people, the desire to know what will happen next can be overwhelming. Will their health deteriorate? Will they find themselves alone? While it's natural to seek reassurance, placing our future in the hands of someone else, like a psychic, can create a false sense of security. Instead, the real power to influence our future lies in the choices we make every day. Take, for instance, the countless seniors who find peace in simply taking charge of their own health. By cultivating habits like exercising daily, eating nutritious meals, and practicing mindfulness, they create an environment in which their bodies and minds can flourish. It's not about predicting the future, but preparing for it. These small but meaningful actions often yield far greater results than any fortune teller's prediction could offer. When we focus on our daily well-being, we arm ourselves with a resilience that outshines any mysterious predictions. The truth is that an active, balanced lifestyle is the best investment for the future. And it's not just about physical health. Cultivating happiness, fostering positive relationships, and nurturing a sense of purpose can make a world of difference. When elderly individuals engage in life with optimism, their world expands, and they find themselves better equipped to handle whatever comes their way. 2. Move carefully and avoid climbing. As we age, our bodies inevitably change. What once felt like a simple task can suddenly become a risk, one that could lead to serious injury. It's easy to forget that the strength and flexibility we took for granted in our youth may not always be there as we get older. Yet, it's not just about physical limitations, it's about being aware of the risks and acting accordingly. Imagine walking across a room that you know well, but then catching your foot on an unnoticed rug. It's something that can happen to anyone, but to an elderly person, a small stumble like that can lead to a much bigger problem. A fall could result in fractures, bruises, or even a long-term recovery that leaves a person less independent and more reliant on others. A simple slip that might seem trivial can become a turning point, affecting not just the body but one's sense of autonomy. That's why moving cautiously and avoiding risky behavior like climbing or stretching beyond one's comfort zone is so important. It's not about fear, but about self-preservation. Creating a safe environment at home, free from obstacles like slippery floors or low-hanging objects, is one way to protect yourself from harm. Equally, using devices like handrails or walking aids when necessary can provide the stability and confidence needed to move around safely. These small changes can drastically reduce the chances of injury and help elderly individuals continue living independently. Taking care to move mindfully and respecting the physical changes that come with age can keep us safer, ensuring that the golden years are not overshadowed by preventable accidents. It's not about limitations, it's about finding a way to adapt that allows us to live fully, yet cautiously. 3. Financial planning for old age. One of the most pressing concerns for many elderly individuals is the question of financial security. As we age, the ability to generate income often declines, making it crucial to plan ahead for the future. The prospect of running out of savings, especially in the face of rising medical costs and unexpected expenses, can cause anxiety. Consider how unsettling it can be to think about a time when a fixed income becomes your only source of support. Yet the cost of living continues to increase. The uncertainty about whether you'll have enough funds to cover daily expenses, healthcare, and unforeseen emergencies is a legitimate fear. However, there's an empowering solution: early financial planning. Planning for retirement isn't just about saving for the future, it's about creating peace of mind in the present. By budgeting carefully, investing wisely, and preparing for future health expenses, elderly individuals can safeguard their independence. When financial stability is achieved, it reduces stress and allows more space for personal well-being. Imagine knowing that you have the resources to access the healthcare you need or take a trip to visit family without worrying about the cost. That freedom allows individuals to enjoy their later years without the fear of financial burden. Furthermore, having financial independence means avoiding the strain that can sometimes come from relying on family for financial support. It allows individuals to maintain dignity, reduce tensions, and ensures that their loved ones are not burdened with additional stress. To ensure this security, it's important to start planning early, saving small amounts, exploring ways to generate passive income, and creating a cushion for medical expenses can provide a safety net. With thoughtful financial preparation, seniors can continue to lead lives of independence, making decisions based on desire rather than necessity. 4. Don't overwork yourself. Health is invaluable, especially as we age. As our bodies grow older, fatigue, aches, and pains become more frequent. Between the ages of 65 and 75, our ability to recover diminishes, and what seemed like a simple task in the past can now feel taxing. Overexertion or not allowing adequate rest can lead to serious health problems for the elderly. Many older adults, however, continue to push themselves as if they were still young, underestimating the toll that physical labor takes on their bodies. They may still feel capable of handling tasks that once seemed effortless, but this mindset can lead to exhaustion, and worse, can increase the risk of cardiovascular issues, joint problems, or even a stroke. The key to healthy aging is acknowledging one's physical limits and adjusting work habits accordingly. Focusing on lighter, more manageable activities and taking time to rest are crucial for preserving health and preventing injuries. Finding a balance between activity and rest allows seniors to maintain strength while avoiding burnout. A more mindful approach to physical labor can be transformative. Instead of lifting heavy boxes or engaging in strenuous chores, the elderly can focus on walking, stretching, and maintaining a gentle movement routine that fosters flexibility and strength. It's not about completely avoiding physical work but about being wise with how and when to engage in it. For seniors, prioritizing rest and recovery means they are more likely to stay healthy, engaged, and able to enjoy life well into their later years. Rest isn't a luxury, it's a fundamental aspect of longevity. 5. Don't be too frugal. Many older adults, especially those who have lived through difficult times, develop a habit of extreme frugality. They may resist spending money on themselves, avoiding even small luxuries or settling for leftovers to avoid waste. While thriftiness can be a valuable trait, it becomes counterproductive when it hinders well-being. Old age should be a time to enjoy the fruits of a lifetime of hard work. It's a time to indulge in things that bring joy, whether it's savoring a delicious meal, wearing a comfortable outfit, or experiencing something new. These little pleasures enhance life, improve quality of living, and uplift the spirit. However, extreme saving can backfire. A senior who consistently eats food past its prime or neglects their own nutritional needs in the name of saving money is compromising their health. Nutrition is paramount, and cutting corners at the cost of a well-balanced diet can lead to a range of health issues. The key is to find a balance. While saving is important, it should never come at the expense of personal care. As the saying goes, money and wealth can't be taken with you when you leave this world. So why not enjoy what life has to offer? By spending wisely and making self-care a priority, seniors can enjoy their later years with peace of mind, knowing they are nourishing both body and soul. A life well lived includes not just frugality but the occasional indulgence, the little luxuries that make the years more fulfilling. It's about living fully, embracing comfort, and savoring the moments you've earned. 6. Keep your old home. A home is more than just a physical structure, it's a sanctuary that holds memories, provides comfort, and offers a sense of stability. Especially for older adults, staying in the home where they've spent most of their lives can offer a deep sense of security and peace. However, some seniors may feel pressure from their children to sell their home and move in with family or relocate to a different living arrangement. This decision may inadvertently disrupt the stability that they've come to depend on. The familiar surroundings of an old home allow seniors to retain their independence and dignity. The sense of freedom that comes from living in a place they know well supports their self-esteem and reduces feelings of dependency. It's a reminder that parents have their own belongings, underscoring the importance of autonomy and ownership, especially in the later stages of life. Before making a decision to sell the house, seniors should carefully consider their own needs and the potential impact of moving. It's essential to think about the emotional and psychological implications, as well as the physical aspects of living in a new space. Will the new environment allow for the same sense of comfort? Will it promote independence, or will it create a feeling of loss? The goal is not to resist change, but to approach it with wisdom and consideration. Preserving one's own space can help maintain control over daily life, and for many, it is a symbol of their life's journey. Keeping a home can provide the comfort and stability needed to continue living with dignity and peace in their later years. 7. Avoid unnecessary health products. In today's world, the market is flooded with a multitude of health products, ranging from dietary supplements to home medical devices, all promising to enhance well-being or extend life expectancy. However, not every product lives up to its claims, and many are nothing more than marketing tricks designed to capitalize on the health concerns of consumers. For older adults, the decline in health often leads to a heightened sensitivity to advertising, making them more susceptible to investing in expensive products with the hope of regaining their youthful vitality. But here's the catch: excessive spending on health products that aren't truly necessary can result in wasted money and unnecessary financial strain. Instead of chasing after every new health trend or miracle cure, older adults should focus on maintaining a simple, healthy lifestyle. A balanced diet, regular physical activity, and routine health checkups form the foundation of good health without the need to rely on expensive and sometimes dubious products. It's a sustainable approach that ensures long-term well-being and peace of mind. For example, while the latest health supplement may promise to boost energy levels or improve memory, Many of these claims have little scientific backing. In contrast, engaging in regular walks, maintaining a healthy diet, and staying socially active can have profound effects on one's health, often more effective and far less costly than any supplement. 8. Don't argue with your partner. As we age, our life partners become more than just companions. They are often the central figures in our daily lives, offering not only companionship but emotional support as well. Children may be grown and occupied with their own lives, leaving the elderly couple to face their golden years together. With such a close bond, arguments and quarrels can carry a heavy toll on both emotional and physical well-being. In older age, the relationship with one's partner becomes a precious source of emotional stability. The saying, "Old couples stick together," reflects the importance of nurturing this relationship through understanding, patience, and shared joy. Instead of engaging in conflict, elderly couples should focus on communication, mutual respect, and kindness, ensuring that their years together are filled with love and harmony. Take, for example, a couple who have been together for decades. Their lives may have been marked by shared experiences, joy, sorrow, and growth. If they spend their twilight years constantly arguing, they risk tarnishing the peace and fulfillment that could have been theirs. Rather than allowing small disagreements to escalate, it's vital to focus on the bigger picture, the decades of shared memories and the emotional comfort that comes from a steady, supportive relationship. 9. Don't rush into remarriage if you feel lonely. Remarrying in later years is a complex decision, one that is often fraught with uncertainty and emotional weight. Older individuals who experience loneliness may feel compelled to seek companionship through a new marriage. However, relationships after remarriage can sometimes be unstable, as both individuals often have established habits, expectations, and histories that may conflict with one another. Furthermore, financial disputes, differences in family dynamics, and unresolved issues from previous marriages can create tension. While remarriage can offer joy and companionship in certain circumstances, it can also lead to complications and added stress. Instead of hastily entering into a new marriage, older adults might consider cultivating fulfillment through other social relationships, such as close friendships, or by finding joy in spending time with grandchildren. These connections can provide emotional nourishment and a sense of purpose without the added complications of remarriage. For instance, many people find immense satisfaction in being a grandparent, enjoying the company of younger generations without the pressures of a romantic relationship. A deep connection with friends or community members can also alleviate feelings of loneliness, offering a fulfilling and supportive network that doesn't require the complexities of a new marriage. Ultimately, any decision to remarry should be made thoughtfully, with careful consideration of emotional readiness and mutual respect. It's important to seek out companionship that brings joy and peace, not out of necessity, but from a place of genuine connection. 10. Avoid moving to a nursing home. Nursing homes might seem like an obvious solution for older adults who need extra care, but they are not always the ideal environment. When health deteriorates and self-care becomes difficult, moving to a nursing home may be the only option. However, living in such an institution often leads to feelings of isolation, loneliness, and a loss of connection to family and familiar surroundings. The unfamiliarity of the environment and the need to rely on strangers can lead to depression and a sense of abandonment. In contrast, living in a familiar home, surrounded by cherished memories and close to loved ones, offers a much greater sense of security and comfort. Additionally, the care in nursing homes doesn't always meet the expected standards, and many elderly individuals report feeling neglected or inadequately attended to. Instead of choosing a nursing home, older adults should consider arranging to stay in their own homes if possible. If extra assistance is needed, hiring a caregiver to provide support at home can offer peace of mind, while ensuring they continue to feel loved and cared for. For example, a friend of mine, in her late 70s, decided to stay in her own home instead of moving to a nursing home. With the help of a home care nurse and regular visits from her family, she enjoys a peaceful and fulfilling life surrounded by memories, rather than the sterile and isolating environment of a nursing home. This choice has made all the difference to her mental and emotional well-being. 11. Work and friendships fade after retirement. As we retire, the relationships we had with coworkers and friends at work naturally begin to fade. Life changes, and people go their separate ways, pursuing new goals and interests. This doesn't mean these relationships no longer matter, rather, it reflects the inevitable changes that come with different life stages. The colleagues who once shared our daily routines will gradually become distant as they too transition into new phases of their lives. Instead of mourning these shifts, older adults can focus on nurturing relationships that are more meaningful and relevant in the present, such as those with family members or longtime friends. This approach can ease any feelings of loss and help create a peaceful, fulfilling life in retirement. For instance, one retiree I know, once surrounded by a bustling office team, now enjoys the simple pleasure of spending time with his children and grandchildren. While the office friends may no longer be in his life, the emotional richness of his current relationships brings him a sense of satisfaction that he hadn't anticipated. This is the power of focusing on what matters most, creating meaningful connections in the present rather than clinging to past ties. 12. If you don't understand something, wait until tomorrow. When faced with something unclear, older adults should practice patience and wait for the right moment to act. Rather than rushing to make a decision, it's often better to take time and revisit the situation the next day. A new day can bring clarity and insight, helping us avoid hasty choices we might later regret. In life, not everything is immediately understandable. Sometimes, letting time be our ally allows problems to become clearer when viewed with a calm, clear mind. This perspective is especially important for seniors who may face complex or stressful situations. For example, consider a senior facing the decision of whether to sell their home. It's a huge decision, and feeling pressured to act immediately can cloud their judgment. Instead, waiting until the next day to reflect, or even seeking advice from loved ones, can provide the clarity needed to make a sound decision. This approach doesn't just ease mental pressure, it also protects overall health, both physical and emotional. Taking the time to step back and regain composure can often make the difference between acting on impulse and making a well-considered decision. When faced with life's challenges, allowing time to reveal the solution often leads to better outcomes. This gentle patience ensures that life in later years remains peaceful and balanced. 13. Don't flaunt your wealth to family. In life, money and wealth are always sensitive subjects, especially within family relationships. When one possesses wealth, excessive boasting can easily breed envy and even spark conflicts. The reminder, don't flaunt your wealth, especially to family members, holds significant importance. When money enters the equation, family ties can quickly become strained. Those closest to us may start to distance themselves or adopt negative attitudes. Even if these feelings are subtle, to avoid unnecessary complications, older adults should keep details about their finances private and only share them with those who truly need to know. This approach not only protects personal wealth but also preserves the purity of family relationships, preventing misunderstandings or potential disputes. Consider a scenario where an elderly relative, proud of a recent inheritance, starts sharing their wealth with every family member. Though the intention may be innocent, jealousy begins to creep in, creating a divide among siblings who feel left out or resentful. This gradual erosion of trust can lead to family fractures that may never fully heal. Instead, maintaining discretion about financial matters allows relationships to thrive without the burden of comparison or ill feelings. A personal example: a friend of mine, who recently inherited a sizable amount, chose to keep this information to herself, sharing it only with her lawyer and immediate family. By doing so, she not only avoided jealousy but also ensured that her relationships remained stable and focused on the love and support that truly matter. 14. Maintain good relations with neighbors. There's an old saying, sell your relatives far, buy your neighbors close, highlighting the value of strong neighborly relationships. Especially as we age, in our later years, we often spend more time at home, and forming bonds with the people around us becomes more essential than ever. In emergencies, neighbors are often the first to offer help, whether it's calling an ambulance after an accident or assisting with everyday tasks like carrying groceries or opening a door. Building good relationships with neighbors fosters a friendly, pleasant environment and reduces feelings of isolation. Rather than living in seclusion or indifference, older adults should nurture bonds with neighbors through simple acts like greetings or offering help in return. This not only creates a sense of security but also brings joy and companionship into daily life. For example, a neighbor of mine, an elderly woman living alone, has built strong ties with those around her. When she recently fell ill, it was her neighbors who came together to ensure she had everything she needed, from meals to transportation. This support network not only helped her physically but also emotionally, showing how these small, consistent connections can make a huge difference in our lives. 15. Go outside regularly. As we age, our health and mobility often decline, and the ability to move freely, especially in low light, becomes more challenging. Moving around in the dark can lead to unfortunate accidents such as trips, falls, or even serious injuries. A fall can result in fractures, particularly among older adults, which may lead to complications like reduced mobility. Therefore, it's crucial for seniors to ensure they have proper lighting when moving around, especially at night or in dimly lit spaces. When going outside at night, make sure to turn on lights or carry a flashlight to improve visibility. This simple habit not only helps avoid accidents but also gives a sense of safety when moving around. Being mindful of such details can greatly contribute to the health and well-being of older adults, helping them navigate daily life with confidence and security. For instance, my grandmother, who lives independently, makes sure to turn on every light along her pathway before stepping outside in the evening. Even with her limited mobility, this small act of preparedness gives her peace of mind, knowing that she is safe from possible falls or accidents. This simple practice ensures that her twilight years remain as active and independent as possible. 16. Don't compare yourself to others. Comparing ourselves to others is a natural tendency, but when done excessively, it only leads to disappointment and unhappiness. Each person's life, circumstances, and abilities are unique. As we age, changes are inevitable, including shifts in health, finances, and living environments. Comparing ourselves to others who seem to have a better, healthier, or more fulfilled life can leave us feeling sad and frustrated with our own situation. It's important to remember that comparison often overlooks the struggles and challenges others may face. The outward appearances of success or happiness are rarely the full picture. Instead, embracing what we currently have and finding joy in the small things can make a world of difference. Older adults should focus on the positive aspects of life, such as cherished relationships, personal achievements, and, most importantly, the gratitude for what they have. Happiness isn't found in comparison but in appreciating and accepting your own life's journey. A perfect example comes from my aunt, who, despite her health struggles, has learned to treasure each moment. She no longer compares herself to younger relatives who seem to have it all figured out. Instead, she finds contentment in her gardening, reading, and the close-knit friendships she nurtures. Her happiness comes from these small joys, reminding us that fulfillment can often be found in simplicity. 17. Don't overeat. The saying, "Eat just enough," is excellent advice, especially for older adults. Overeating not only causes discomfort in the stomach but also puts unnecessary strain on internal organs, affecting digestion and circulation. As we age, our digestive system naturally weakens. Eating too much can lead to bloating, indigestion, and even disrupt sleep. Rather than consuming large meals, seniors should consider eating smaller portions more frequently throughout the day, focusing on foods that are easy to digest. Maintaining a balanced eating habit helps keep the digestive system healthy and also supports weight management, reducing the risk of heart disease and diabetes. Eating just enough, rather than indulging, allows seniors to enjoy their meals without feeling sluggish or heavy, making daily life more comfortable. I recall my grandfather, who, after facing digestive issues in his later years, decided to switch to smaller, more frequent meals. At first, he missed the large meals he used to enjoy, but soon, He realized that he felt lighter, more energetic, and his sleep improved significantly. This adjustment not only improved his digestion but also gave him a renewed sense of vitality. 18. Avoid foods high in fat and salt. Diet plays a significant role in health. Especially as we age, foods that are high in fat, salt, or saturated fats can increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, and diabetes. Because older adults have weaker digestive systems, consuming too many heavy foods can lead to bloating, indigestion, or worsen existing chronic conditions. Instead of indulging in unhealthy foods, seniors should focus on well-balanced meals rich in vegetables, fruits, and other nutrient-dense foods. These foods are not only easier to digest but also provide essential vitamins and minerals that help maintain overall health. Additionally, staying hydrated and limiting sugary or alcoholic beverages is crucial. My grandmother, for example, switched to a plant-based diet rich in greens and fruits in her later years. At first, she missed some of her favorite indulgences, but over time, she noticed improvements in her energy levels and overall well-being. By listening to her body and making mindful food choices, she has maintained her health better as she grows older. This change wasn't just about eating healthier, it was about adopting a lifestyle that honors her body's needs as she ages. 19. Don't let negative emotions ruin your health. Negative emotions such as anxiety, anger, and sadness can take a severe toll on both mental and physical health. Research has shown that 95% of diseases are linked to poor mental states. When we experience anger, our bodies release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can harm the cardiovascular system, nervous system, and immune functions. Older adults often face a range of life changes, from health decline to loneliness and financial struggles, making them more susceptible to anxiety and depression. Instead of allowing these negative emotions to dominate your life, learning how to manage your mood is crucial. Practices like meditation, yoga, outdoor walks, or social activities can help you relax and improve your emotional state. One example is my neighbor, who has faced significant challenges in her later years, including health problems and isolation. Yet, she's learned to embrace positivity by spending time in nature, participating in community activities, and practicing mindfulness. These simple habits have significantly improved her mental and physical well-being. Staying positive is not only the best way to feel more energetic but is also the most effective medicine to safeguard health in old age. Happiness and peace of mind are powerful allies for aging well, and cultivating a positive mindset can protect you from the harmful effects of stress. 20. Engage in appropriate exercise. Exercise is one of the best ways to maintain both physical and mental health. But not all forms of exercise are suitable for older adults. Choosing overly strenuous activities can lead to injuries, especially when the body has already weakened with age. For seniors, gentle exercises such as walking, yoga, tai chi, or swimming are excellent ways to maintain flexibility and strength without putting undue strain on joints and muscles. The key is to maintain a consistent workout routine, without giving up midway. Regular exercise improves cardiovascular health, blood pressure, boosts the immune system, reduces the risk of chronic diseases, and also enhances mental well-being. For example, I have seen my grandmother start a Tai Chi routine in the park every morning. At first, she felt hesitant, but over time, the gentle movements helped her feel more balanced, less stressed, and even more social as she joined a group of like-minded seniors. The gradual improvement in her physical stamina and mental clarity is remarkable. Listening to your body and choosing exercises that suit your individual needs is crucial for a longer, healthier life. Regular physical activity allows you to enjoy life to its fullest and maintain a high quality of life as you grow older. 21. Don't neglect healthcare. Health is the most precious asset, especially as we age. In our youth, we may not pay as much attention to our health, but in later years, neglecting it can lead to serious consequences. Regular health checkups, maintaining a balanced diet, and exercising consistently are essential practices to keep the body in optimal condition. Pay attention to even the smallest signs your body gives you, whether it's aches, fatigue, or any unusual changes, as these could be indicators of underlying health issues. Self-care goes beyond physical health. Mental health is equally important. Make sure to get enough sleep, reduce stress, and maintain a positive outlook. I remember an older friend who neglected minor pains for years, thinking they were just part of aging. Eventually, he had a serious health scare. After that experience, he made sure to schedule regular checkups and listen to his body's needs more closely. His health is now in much better shape, and he feels more empowered in managing his well-being. Taking good care of yourself, both physically and mentally, not only extends your life but also improves the quality of it, ensuring a peaceful and fulfilling old age. 22. Never underestimate the power of sleep. Sleep is one of the most crucial elements for maintaining health, especially as we age. The saying, "older people don't sleep deeply," reflects a harsh reality. As we grow older, sleep tends to become shorter and less restful. Insufficient sleep can lead to numerous health issues, such as memory decline, fatigue, stress, and even increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Older adults often wake up several times throughout the night due to health problems like frequent urination, body aches, or anxiety. Despite these challenges, sleep remains essential for the body to recharge, restore health, and maintain a positive mental state. For a better quality of sleep, seniors should pay attention to their daily habits. For example, keeping a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, avoiding heavy meals or caffeine before bed, and creating a peaceful, comfortable environment can all contribute to better sleep. Additionally, relaxing before bedtime with activities such as reading, listening to soft music, or practicing meditation can make it easier to fall into a deep slumber. One story I've heard from my aunt, who struggled with sleep due to anxiety in her later years, highlights how adopting a bedtime routine can transform sleep quality. By integrating reading and calming music into her evening, she was able to fall asleep more easily and wake up feeling more refreshed. Remember, taking care of your sleep is taking care of your mental and physical health. 23. Don't neglect your health. Health is the most precious asset we possess. When we're young, we often take our health for granted, thinking it's something we can always rely on. But as we age, our bodies no longer function as they once did. And it's only then that we realize how invaluable health truly is. Money, fame, and material wealth lose their significance if we lack the health to enjoy them. Health forms the foundation that allows us to live a fulfilling, happy, and independent life as we grow older. The key to aging gracefully is maintaining a healthy lifestyle. This includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, routine health checkups, and maintaining an optimistic, joyful attitude. Taking care of our health requires consistency and an understanding of our bodies. Don't ignore even the smallest warning signs. No matter how much wealth or success you may have accumulated, it's your health that ultimately determines the quality of your life. A healthy body not only helps you live longer but also enables you to embrace life's pleasures more fully. I've seen firsthand how my uncle, once too busy to care for his health, turned things around after a wake-up call from a routine checkup. He started walking every morning, eating more vegetables, and seeing his doctor regularly. His vitality and happiness skyrocketed, proving that investing in physical and mental health is one of the wisest choices for a fulfilling old age. Ultimately, the greatest investment you can make is in your well-being. These lessons serve as reminders to older adults to protect their health and seek peace and happiness. Avoiding these mistakes will not only help maintain health but also bring confidence and joy during the later years. I hope these reflections offer deeper insights into how to care for yourself as you age. Let's now take a moment to reflect on the 3 essential things to remember as you enter old age and face the challenges of illness. Dear friends, when old age knocks on our door, many of us fear not just the inevitable wrinkles or graying hair, but the haunting possibility of being bedridden, lonely, and frail with no one to care for us. The elderly, more than anyone else, are acutely aware that health will gradually decline with time. But what hurts even more is the loss of independence and the fear of becoming a burden to loved ones. When the body no longer obeys, can one still maintain an optimistic outlook, avoiding the creation of additional pressure on their family? How can we live in peace during our most fragile years? These are the heavy questions that linger in the hearts of the elderly. No matter how strong they may appear on the outside, aging is universally feared, and the greatest fear of all is being bedridden for long periods without the presence of family. When illness robs a person of mobility, the whole rhythm of family life can be disrupted. If the sick individual becomes irritable or angry without reason, the family's atmosphere shifts from sadness to resentment, leaving everyone emotionally drained. Thus, even in the face of illness, it is crucial for older adults to maintain a positive mental state, so as not to add more stress to their loved ones. We all want to live with dignity, and while aging and illness are inevitable, how we face them is entirely within our control. How can we face the challenges of aging and illness with grace and resilience? The answer lies in 3 key principles that can help guide us through this journey. First, maintain an optimistic mindset and embrace life and death with grace. Death is a heavy subject, and when a doctor informs someone that their time is running out, it is hard to stay composed. There are so many things in life that make us feel regretful, places we've never visited, responsibilities left unfinished. A human life is filled with ups and downs, successes and failures, love and hate, joy and suffering. This is the essence of life. Even when there is regret, it is all part of the journey. Once we understand this, we can let go of the attachment to what we gain and lose. When illness strikes, avoiding it is futile, and resentment is merely a manifestation of weakness. A truly strong person faces the challenges of illness head-on, embracing life with a positive attitude. Take, for example, the characters in the movie The Bucket List. Whether they are an ordinary mechanic or a billionaire, when confronted with the harsh reality of a terminal illness, they both make bold decisions to seek treatment and fulfill their long-held dreams. They skydive, race cars, and cherish moments with their loved ones. When their lives come to an end, their family may mourn, but they find comfort knowing that the regrets have been addressed. As the renowned writer Jin Yong once said, "Life is a noisy performance, and then one quietly exits." Those with a strong and optimistic mindset are like warriors in the battle with fate. Regardless of success or failure, they will never retreat or give up. In times of illness or approaching death, a positive outlook not only helps us navigate the storm but also gives us the strength to face the inevitable with peace. It is not about denying the hardships, but about acknowledging them and choosing to meet them with courage. The human spirit is capable of immense resilience when we choose to embrace life, even in its most challenging moments. Like the characters from the film, we all have the power to rewrite our story, one filled with meaning, purpose, and the joy of living, no matter the circumstances. Second, cultivate a spirit of tolerance and avoid binding your children with moral obligations. As people age, they begin to understand that they should not impose the full responsibility of their care on their children, especially when illness strikes. In the fast-paced, pressure-filled world we live in, very few people can balance their work with the demanding task of providing constant care for elderly parents. Not long ago, my 4th uncle was involved in a traffic accident and had to be placed in an intensive care unit. His children were deeply concerned, but none of them could afford to be with him around the clock. Once his condition stabilized, the family was faced with 2 choices: hire a caregiver or take turns looking after him. However, my uncle angrily refused to hire a caregiver, believing it to be an act of disrespect. As a result, his son had to take time off from work to stay at the hospital, which caused the family financial strain. This situation highlights a crucial understanding that many elderly people come to realize as they age: they should not demand constant attention from their children. A person who is wise and aware of their role in their family's life will take steps to manage their own care as much as possible. If financial resources allow, they may choose to hire professional help to manage daily tasks. They will only ask their children for assistance in critical situations, such as signing consent forms for surgery, and will avoid placing undue burdens on their loved ones. This approach not only demonstrates wisdom but also respect for the autonomy and well-being of the next generation. By letting go of the need to be constantly attended to, elderly individuals also teach their children the importance of balance, showing that while family bonds are sacred, everyone has their own responsibilities and limitations. In fact, this mindset can prevent resentment from building up between generations. The reality is that children, especially in the modern world, often struggle to balance their own responsibilities, including careers, families, and personal lives, with the demands of caring for aging parents. It is essential for both parents and children to communicate openly, with the elderly understanding that their children need space to maintain their own lives, and the children learning to respect their parents' wishes while offering support when necessary. The delicate balance between care and independence is something that, when nurtured with mutual respect, can lead to a more harmonious relationship. It also allows the elderly to retain their dignity and autonomy, preventing them from feeling like a burden, while children can continue to be there for their parents in meaningful ways, without feeling overwhelmed. Third, maintain a lifelong learning mindset and strive to surpass yourself. It is often said, live to old age, learn to old age. This sentiment carries a profound truth. When a person retains a curiosity about the world and a thirst for knowledge, they will never truly feel old. While illness and physical frailty may cause despair, a person who embraces life with acceptance and joy can continue to find meaning, even in the most challenging times. As we grow older, it's easy to slip into a passive existence, merely going through the motions each day. However, instead of simply surviving, why not strive to expand the horizons of our life, living with a sense of adventure, seeking new experiences, and remaining engaged with those around us can breathe new life into our daily routine. In doing so, we honor not just the passage of time, but the quality of our living moments. It's about finding the small joys, the quiet moments with loved ones, and the satisfaction of learning something new, no matter your age. One powerful example is the story of an elderly woman named Mrs. Tan, a grandmother who, despite being bedridden due to illness, insisted on learning new recipes. Her grandchildren were amazed by how, even in her weakened state, she would study new dishes, experiment with flavors, and teach them the joy of cooking. Her zest for life and learning was contagious, and her passion became the glue that kept her family close-knit. Even in her final years, in the context of medical treatment, it's crucial to recognize the resilience of the elderly. Often, doctors may suggest that a patient's condition is irreversible, but many seniors have shown remarkable strength by pushing through the pain, seeking a moment of independence, or even indulging in the forbidden pleasures, like sneaking a bite of their favorite dessert. Despite a doctor's orders, these small acts of defiance are not just acts of rebellion. They symbolize a refusal to let illness dictate their sense of self. The elderly who truly understand the cycle of life have a unique ability to accept death with grace. They do not see it as an enemy, but rather as a natural part of existence. Their final moments are not spent in fear or regret, but in reflection and completion. They make peace with their past, reconcile with their loved ones, and fulfill any last wishes. These moments of quiet acceptance show a deep understanding of the impermanence of life. As we age, we inevitably face the rule of birth, aging, sickness, and death. Yet, rather than resisting or fearing this inevitable progression, we should strive to meet it with courage and resolve. This is not just about facing our own mortality but about living fully until the very end, with dignity and without burdening our children unnecessarily. It is essential that we leave behind the freedom for our loved ones to continue their lives without being weighed down by excessive responsibility. Ultimately, a mindset that prioritizes lifelong learning and personal growth can turn the later years into a time of fulfillment rather than resignation. The pursuit of knowledge, joy, and meaningful connections is what keeps the spirit vibrant, no matter the number of years we've lived. If you're inspired by this approach to life, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue exploring meaningful and enriching content for the years ahead. Let's continue this journey of growth together.